Hello everyone, welcome along to round 5 of the LBRacing series in the 296 Scuderia series. Side of things, welcome along everyone, great to see so many people here watching along, and we do have a full grid of drivers tonight, 15 drivers in the 296. That is going to be one spectacle and a half. As you can see on track there at the moment, the chicane section is in here at Catalunya, so the drivers do have to go through the chicane section. Let's have a look at the chat. So what's there saying evening all? We got Lee there saying let's go boys, and we've got should they saying all right all. We've got John there, wish me luck. Yeah, good luck John. Temps there saying good luck all. You know, there's an evening. Then we've got Polky there saying evening everyone. Welcome along everyone. So yeah, don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't hit it already, and share the stream, get it shared as far and wide as you possibly can. So who's everyone's money on tonight? Who do you think is going to take the win here? Here's Mario in the chat as well. Welcome on to Mario, resident admin mastermind here at LBRacing series. So let's have a look at the points as they currently stand at the moment after round 4 last week, where it almost rained in the 296 series. And obviously people might have noticed my voice is a little bit croaky tonight, so apologies to anyone if my voice is going to probably get worse as this goes on, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. But I've got Trent next to me, so we'll see what we can do. Right, so points. So after round 4, it's Olgic in last, and we've got Lino in 15th. Wacky Willie there in 14th. Has been doing a lot of practice, so it's going to be interesting to see what Wacky can do tonight. Stu Boy there in 12th, with Lee there. I definitely think I've mucked up the numbers here. Stu Boy in 13th, Lee there in 12th, Dear Kayla 11th, Johnny in 10th, Sprinkler in 9th. Now will Sprinkler make it into the top half, because the drop rounds are going to get applied after tonight, because it is round 5. So the driver's worst scoring round will be removed and will not count towards the championship. Every driver gets 1 drop round per season. So Sprinkler there in 9th. Top half of the table we have Polky there in 8th, Race Lord in 7th, with the unfortunate incident he had in the GR2, but we'll get onto that later on. So Race Lord there in 7th, Stuck on the Grid in 6th, Watsy in 5th, then we've got Mike there in 4th, Rich in 3rd, Temp in 2nd, but he's only done 3 rounds and he's got a perfect score of 3 rounds, 3 wins, 3 fastest laps. And there is Deluxe in pole position in 1st in the championship, but only by 3 points. So a lot still to play for on this, and as I said, drop rounds are going to come into effect, so that is going to definitely change things up again. Let's give the guys a ready up, and we will get qualifying underway here. Look at the weather, it's looking lovely out on track at the moment. Let's have a look. So we've got Race Lord on track at the moment. There's Lino doing a great job, lovely livery that, but I know he's got a new one coming as well. There's Mike in the Ferrari. Well, they're all in a Ferrari, in his blacked out Ferrari. There's Sprinkler, not walking along, he's just parked up. You might be able to see him just by the barrier. It's not him walking back to the pits. There's Gear Kayla. Doing a cracking job, and I love that Gear Kayla's. There's Deluxe. And there's a Gagler car. There's Stu Boy, Gear Kayla, and Johnny. Right, let's get this underway for everyone. For round 5 at Catalunya with the chicane. That's going to make it even more interesting. That chicane bit. Right, here we go. So we always come out the pits with Race Lord. Always seems to be Race Lord that's first up the pits for some bizarre reason. We're always on board with him when we pull up the pits. Let's go with someone different today, shall we? Let's jump with someone else. Oh, there is Sprinkler right behind Hulky in front. Getting a great view of the rear end of Hulky's 296. And there we go, we get a great shot of the 296 has pulled out the pits and taken to track for the first time. Most of the drivers are out on track. So we did send out a reminder to all the drivers just to try and keep a bit of a gap in qualifying. I know it's difficult, there is 15 of them on track, so it's going to take up a lot of the track, but just try and get yourself a bit of space and a bit of tarmac in front of you, because you do not want to get held up. Especially in this session where you only have 5 minutes to qualify, so you want to get out there. We do understand that, but as I said, we do want to create a bit of space. Now, where is the man I want to keep an eye on? I definitely want to keep an eye on Wacky tonight. Me and him had a long coaching session around here the other night, so it's going to be great to see what he can do. He shaved basically 3 seconds off of his lap time in our little coaching session, so it's going to be very good to see what he can do tonight, and I'm massively looking forward to seeing what he can do. We've got Irish lad in the chat saying, I'm very quiet. Is that better now? Because I did move my mic a minute ago. If not, I can turn it up a little bit. So we're going to stay on board with Irish lad in the chat saying, good luck to the SLM boys. Yeah, so they are doing a cracking job in this series and the other series as well. So it's great to see them. And it looks like, from what I can see, Wacky's got a nice little gap in front, so we'll stay on board with Wacky and see what he can do on his flying lap. Cars seem to be spaced out a good amount. So here's Wacky coming down and into the braking zone. Want to aim for about the 100-meter board here. And throw it in. Lovely use of the curb, which I'm going to get right on that and right over that one as well. He was really quick through the first sector, which he seems to have absolutely nailed down here. As we'll see what his sector 1 time is. 30.3 is a good first sector. Now this is the tricky one, the downhill braking zone here. Get the car turned in well, you want to use a little bit of the exit curve, which he does. And then we're on to another tough braking zone. Just wants to pull you off camber as you're on the exit. And then this is the corner that he was struggling the most with. So let's see what he does here. A little dab of the brake and turn in. Good use of the curb and good use of the exit curb. So looking like a strong lap so far for Wacky. Good use of the curb there at the bottom end of the track. Now it's just the tough chicane section to come up, which obviously is an absolute nightmare if you get it wrong. And this car does struggle with curbs, but you do need to ride them to get maximum speed out of the car through here. So Mike across the line, he's on a 46.070. It's a quick lap time from Matt. Racelog goes second, Stuck in the Grid goes second, Stewboy goes second, Hulky goes second. Where is Wacky's lap time going to put him? It's a 47.2 there for Wacky. He's currently 8th at the moment. So we'll have a look down through the order. At the moment, it is Mike on pole here. Well, Temp actually now on pole. So Temp has jumped into pole position. 45.394. That is one incredibly quick look from Temp. So Temp on pole. Mike in second. Gear Kayla in third, and parked out. He's got damage. It looks like he's spun round there, so that'll be his qualifying over. So Gear Kayla third at the moment. Hulky in fourth. Rich in fifth. And we've got Lee in sixth. Stewboy in seventh. Stuck on the grid in eighth. We've got Linio there in ninth. We've got Racel down in 10th. Sprinkler all the way down in 11th. D-Lock's the championship leader all the way down in 12th. Then we've got Watsy there in 13th. Rocky in 14th. And Johnny in 15th. And Johnny, his qualifying is over. So he has Oh no, his qualifying's not over, it's just final lap. For some reason it came up on my screen then with the wrong information, so he is still on the flying lap. Here's 10th in the midfield. We want to see, I think it was Mike that was first across the line. Here it is. Let's see if Mike improves. He's got over half a second to make up. Checkered flag is out. Mike crosses the line, does not improve. There's Rachelord up in 2 seconds, so he's jumped up. Got himself up that grid. Into second place for race. Sprinkler has moved himself up a bit, but not massively. Wacky's got himself up the grid as well. We'll have a look at where that's got him. So Sprinkler all the way down in 10th with his improvement. 10th goes even faster. Wacky has got himself up to P12. I can see that he's done a 46.906, which is a great lap. This is so close to the qualifying here, but is this man on pole? From what we've seen here so far, I don't think there's a couple of drivers to improve. Here's Lino. He's on a 2-minute 10, so he's not going to improve on this one. And I think it was just Johnny. You see it? No, Johnny is there, so Johnny's not improved either. And that's the last one across the line. So that was D-Locks that's across the line, and he stays in 13th. And that is the qualifier over. Wow, that is a tight qualifying session here. So it is 10th on pole by half a second. Then it gets so tight between everyone after that. So then we've got Rachelord in second, followed by Mike in third, followed by Gear Kayla fourth, Hulky in fifth, we've got Rich in sixth, and we've got Lee there in seventh. He'll be happy with that seventh. Stewboy in eighth. Stuck on the grid in 9th, Sprinkler in 10th, Nino in 11th, Wacky in 12th, D-Locks in 13th, followed by Watsy in 14th, followed by Johnny in 15th. That is one tight field. Damn, that boy is fast. They're all fast. They're just, wow, incredible laps. But from all of them. I done some laps the other day, and I could do a mid 46, I'd say, which would put me 8th in this field. So these guys are absolutely flying. Let's give the guys a ready on up and get them to ready on in. Alrighty. So I just have a quick drink just to get rid of the tickle that is in my throat. The guys are ready on up, which is obviously great to see. Everyone just ready on and in. We'll give them a couple of seconds longer. And we will start to get this one ready. So it's round 5 of the series. Sprinkle in 10th. Rubbish. I love it when you come in and listen, give him absolute grief. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant when you come in here and do that. Let's go. Yeah, mate, you need to let's go. 10th, as he said. Rubbish. Right, let's get this one underway. $19 people watching. Great to see everyone. If you can, hit the like button, and if you're not already, chuck a subscribe into the channel and share the stream. Get it on out there. Let's have a look. So it's temp on pole. Let's get all the information up that we need. So temp on pole, Rachelord second. Where have we heard that one before? Come on, Rich there. Rich down in 6th. And lights out, we've got a green light. We are out and underway. Look at that for a stream of Ferraris. 15 drivers 15 minutes of absolute action here as they come barreling into turn 1 for the first time. As we did see. Let's see, I think it was Sprinkler on stuck on the grid, still behind him. He has got up the inside. So that's Sprinkler. He's making moves early doors. He's up into 9th. As we get everyone piling on through into the second part of the track. But it is still this man out in the lead at the moment. It is still 10th. Followed by Racelord, who's got Mike behind him for company, holding on to the last podium spot at the moment, going a little bit through the gravel. Now Mike does race in VR, so I don't know how he does it. I would be definitely motion sick by this point. Gear Kayla in 4th, having a good race so far. Holkey in 5th. Holkey holding that power slide. As we do get Gear Kayla looking up the inside there, and Holkey's going to have a think about getting himself up a position, as this lot is all grouped together so nice and tight there. 4th, 6th, I think it's actually 3rd, 4th, 5th, as we come into the braking zone. There goes Lee up the inside, getting the move done. As we saw there, and then at the moment, stuck on the grid is back in front of Sprinkler. We can see the background. So Holkey hanging on to 5th. Let's see how these guys get through the chicane, because this is going to be the interesting bit. Ooh, Holkey running wide. That's all we get. Everyone piling on in there. Look at this. It's like a cork in the bottle. This is giving Gear Kayla a chance to get away. And it looks like... Oh, we do have a spinner. We do have a spinner. We do have a spinner. We will come back to that in a second. Somebody has gone round in the chicane. Now, whoever it is in last place at the moment. So it is Lee. We'll jump back. We will find Lee. And let's have a look at what went on there. So here's Lee. He was behind Holkey. Holkey runs out wide. Lee then loses a position. Now... I think Lee just gets the power down, maybe. He's just, it's just a bit bumpy. And that's Lee. I reckon he will definitely make up some positions, though, as the race goes on. So it's still this man in the lead, 10th. In the lead, only half a second, though, over Racelord. Racelord and 10th are battling it out in both these series at the moment. So there's Racelord all over the back of... Temp's just got to keep within a second. If he can keep within a second, absolutely be laughing, especially down the long straight. Gear Kayla has got a penalty in 4th, so he will serve that and use that a bit of time to Mike in front. 5th is Rich at the moment, so he's made up a place. Holkey down in 6th. Hello there, Chris. Good evening and hello. So Holkey down to 6th. Stewboy up to P7. So Stewboy flying on through there. And we've got Sprinkler there in 8th. So he's made up a couple of positions. D-Locks has made up a couple of positions as well. He's in 9th now. Then we've got Stuck in the Grid in 10th. Then we've got Rocky in 11th. And then in 12th is what's at the moment. We've got Johnny in 12th. Lee has made up a position, so he's got himself up the field and up to 14th. And then it's Lena there in 15th. Jump back to the leaders now. Temp has pulled out a gap. He is 1.5 seconds clear of Racelord now. This man is unstoppable in this Ferrari series, but in the Ferrari in general. On Saturday we had round 1 of the World Endurance Championship, which there will be a video coming out shortly, so do keep an eye out for that. But this man, absolutely in the Ferrari, I'm not going to give too much away, but he's incredibly quick. Kicking up a little bit of dust there. Racelord not too far behind, still only 1.2 behind. So solid race here for Racelord. Mike is definitely having a good race here in 3rd. He's got himself a 2.5 gap over Gear Kayla, who seems to be under pressure here from Rich. Now Rich is going to get a lovely toe down the straight here. And will we see a move at the end of the straight? Don't think we will yet. Rich just biding his hole. Gets a great cut back there, does Rich. Now, will Rich be able to sneak his way through here? Looking up the inside, but Gear Kayla's coming off. It was really good. Yeah, it was really good. I did enjoy racing for a change instead of commentating. So Gear Kayla under pressure from Rich. Rich will get a toe down the main straight here. Absolutely tucked in that slipstream. It's down to 2/10. He's definitely going to think about pulling out and making the move here. He's got the overspeed. Ooh, Gear Kayla just holds on there. So Rich in 5th. Polky there in the back, having a cracking race in 6th. Stewboy in 7th. Sprinkler's 1.3 seconds behind, down in 8th for Sprinkler. And he's got D-Locks all over the back of him. These two have been battling out as well all season. D-Locks looking at the inside. Sprinkler covering that off. Sprinkler on the defensive again. D-Locks in 9th. Pushing him along there. And we've got Stuck on the Grid in 10th. Wacky there in 11th. Having a solid race so far. With Watsy in 12th. And then we've got Johnny there in 13th. Now Lee is battling this back. And looks like he's going to be on the back of Johnny rather shortly as we get Lee there. In a very, very beautiful livery, might I add, Lee. And then in 15th, we have Lino, but not too far off the pack. As you see, the cars going through the infield there. Still between Temp and Racelord, still only 1.2 seconds. So he is having a cracking job here. Racelord there in 2nd. Now within a second almost. So he is going to be pushing along the action here, trying to get past him. He's just got to get within that second. And he is the fastest through sector 1, apart from the first sector. Mike there in 3rd. So Mike there in 3rd. Gear Kayla in 4th still, with Rich all over the back of him. These two have been battling out for a lap. Now will we see Rich get the move done down the straight here? He is gaining. He's in that slipstream range. But no, runs out of straight. Oh, Gear Kayla goes wide. That's Rich. Oh. It's a little bit of a shove on the exit of the curve, but that is Rich up to 4th. So Rich up to 4th, Gear Kayla dropping down to 5th. Holden still having a cracking job there in 6th. Stewboy having a great race there in 7th. Bang on the midfield part of the track. D-Locks has got past Sprinkler. Sprinkler is fighting that back and is up the inside and gets the position done. But he is going to be vulnerable to D-Locks' slipstream here. So D-Locks is surely going to be coming back at him here. But doesn't have the overspeed to get past. Stuck on the grid. Can just see this battle happening in front. So he is nice and close to the action there in 10th. With Wacky not too far behind. Wacky still on it here. Not too far behind the battle that's going on in front. Watsy there in 12th. Perfect first sector there for Watsy. And then it's Lee now up to 13th. And a cracking race is Lee. Good recovery from the back. Johnny there in 14th with Lino all over the back of him. We might see a position change for 14th and 15th here. But just below 5 minutes remaining in this race. But it is this man in the lead. He's now got the gap up to 1.5 seconds. So he is having a cracking little race here. Now let's jump back and see if the battle between Sprinkler and D-Locks, how close is that? Half a second. Now, let's go on board with D-Locks and we'll just see what we can see from the inside of the car. Sprinkler running a little bit wide there. D-Locks riding the curb nicely, getting the power down, but Sprinkler got the power down really nicely there at the last corner. But here we go, he is losing time to Sprinkler already, but now the slipstream's starting to work. Starting to gain up that gap now, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get it done by the end of this straight. Gets the car turned in well. So just a little bit too far back, still in that slipstream range. All the drivers doing an absolutely cracking job here tonight. All in the first sector together. D-Locks doing the fastest first sector of anyone. So let us know in the chat, who are you here supporting and watching? Who do you think is going to win tonight? Is it this man here, who is now under a second in the lead? He's just such a gap. Three minutes left. Phenomenal pace from these guys, Mario. They're absolutely flying around. These two are. Ooh, a little bit of a wobble there from Temp. So it is still within a second. I'm on the Sprinkler. I think everyone would love it if there was a bit of rain right now. Now look, here we go. This is crucial. Race Lord is in the slipstream of Temp. 2 minutes left, so we will get 2 laps of action. Yeah, a 1:45 every lap is just. But to be fair, Race Lord is on that pace as well, if not faster pace. They've got a 7.3 second gap back to Mike in third. Race Lord taking the fastest first sector. Mike then in third, but he's only got less than a second between him and Rich, so we could see multiple drivers on the podium here. Rich in fourth. Holkey having a cracking race, Holkey is. Yeah, in fifth. Giacela in sixth. Stuboy having a good race, but does have Sprinkler now for company, so Sprinkler is on the comeback. So Sprinkler will be in a second now. Also bringing D-Locks along for company as well. We could see multiple changes throughout the whole field here. So Sprinkler in 8th, hunting down 7th. D-Locks in 9th, hunting down 8th. Stuck on the grid there, only 3 seconds behind this little battle in front. Then we got Wacky in 11th. He's got just over a second gap back to Watsy in 12th. Lee in 13th. He's got a bit of a gap now to the car behind and the car in front. Johnny in 14th and Lino there in 15th. But it is back to the leaders. Temp 1.2 in front. This will be the last lap. So Temp has managed to edge out a bit of a gap and break the toe, which is probably going to be crucial here for him. And then we go back to the action now. We do have further back. There is, as the cameraman catches up, a change for position. There is Giacela getting past Holkey and getting himself up into 5th place. So get the move done and get past Holkey, who is right back of him, so we'll fight this one out. And Stuboy still 7 tenths of the lead. He can see this battle as well. Bring the Sprinkler along as well for the battle. And D-Locks now stuck on the grid there in 10th. Does have a little bit of gap still. Let's jump back to the leaders and see what's going on. 1.4 now. the gap between Temp and Racelord. And then further back, Mike only half a second in front. Now, will we see? Rich lost a bit of time there, so I think Mike is going to be safe. As long as he doesn't get a penalty, or anyone that gets a penalty in these last few corners, it's going to be absolutely ruled in the day. As we will jump back to the race leaders, because we do believe it is going to be this man. It is going to be, pending anything going wrong, because he's 2 seconds in the lead. He's done it again. He's literally led from the start all the way to the finish. And it is going to be this man. It will be Temp to take round number 5. Racelord in second. Now, Mike is he going to hold out? Is Mike going to hold it out? Go for it, and a tenth between them. Rich takes 4th. GR2 takes 5th. Bulky in 6th. Stewboy takes out. Deluxe is going to beat Sprinkler to the line. Deluxe takes 8th. Sprinkler takes 9th. Stuck takes 11th. Then Watsy takes 11th over Wacky in 12th. Lee recovered up to 13th. Johnny will take 14th. And Lino runs out and takes 15th. But it is this man who took the race win tonight. It is round number 5, going to Temp with the fastest lap again. Can anyone stop him in this series? That's 4 perfect rounds in a row for Temp. Let's have a look at the results. So, as we said, Temp with the win and the fastest lap. Racelord in second. Mike just beating Rich to the line by a 10th of a second. Rich finishing in 4th. GR2 there taking 5th. Polky gets 6th. Stewboy in 7th. Deluxe takes 8th from Sprinkler on the line pretty much as well. Sprinkler finishing in 9th. Stuck in the Grid takes 10th. Watsy 11th. Wacky there in 12th. Followed by Lee in 13th. And then we've got Johnny there in 14th. Followed by Lino there in 15th. Let's save the replay now because we don't want to lose that anywhere. Absolutely cracking race there from the guys. Well done to all of the 296 series. Absolutely cracking race. Don't go anywhere, guys. We will be back in a couple of minutes for the GR2s, so don't go anywhere. everyone, we are here again at Catalunya for round 5 of the GR2 series. We're just waiting for the last couple of drivers just to get in the room and ready up, and then we'll be getting the action underway here. But we've got, oh, listen to that noise as they come there into the corner. Got 12 drivers here on track. I think that is there or thereabouts correct. I think we might be missing one driver, but we'll have a look. Oh, Froxy Dev is just rebooting. He's already sent me a message. There we go. We will wait for Froxy to get in the room. So let's have a look at the championship standings before we do so. So in 15th is Drew. Ina there in 14th. No Hassle in 13th. And we've got Rihanna there in 12th. Kayla in 11th. Did get the fastest lap in the last round, did Kayla. Temp in 10th. Ronnie there in 9th. And then we've got Hugo in 8th. With Mario in 7th. Nice and close between those two. And we've got Rich in 6th. Then we've got Mike in 5th. Deluxe in 4th. Froxy Dev in 3rd. Race Lord there in 2nd, and Gavsky in the lead of the championship by 1 point. Remember, it will be drop rounds, will be counted after this round. So, halfway through the series, and it's great to see that Froxy Dev is going into the room. So I still think we're missing one driver off the top of my head. So let's have a look on here. I'm just going to double check and have a look at the drivers. So let's have a look at the chat whilst we are doing so. So what's there saying? Great fun as always, mate. You did a cracking last race in the 296. Got Mark Anderson, GG's to Rich. Yeah, Rich had a cracking race as well, almost getting us off the podium there, which was obviously good to see. Now, who are we missing? Let's have a look. Who are we missing? We should have 14% here. I think I'll just send the driver a message. Because I don't think they're in the room off the top of my head. It'd be funny if I've just messaged on that's actually already in the room, wouldn't it? No, I don't believe they are in the room. So we'll give them a second to reply. Let's have a look at the drivers that are out on track at the moment and are here. So there is Mario. Let's get rid of that. We don't need the names above. So there is Mario. Absolutely flying around in his Lexus. So Mario has a good round tonight here. Now there is Race Lord in his Red Bull Nissan. There is Lino there in the Honda NSX. So 3 different car choices of people there. Oh, we get a car parked on the side there. We jump back to Mario for some reason. The order just keeps messing up. Now there, oh, look at that for a shot. These guys are going to absolutely torture the tyres. Remember, in this series, tyre wear is on. And you do have to use the soft and the hard tyre. So you don't have the choice of using just one. You have to use both. And the tyre wear is something chronic around this track. Right, we will get the qualifier underway. Get the guys ready up. Come on then, everyone in the chat. Who's your money on tonight? Who do you think has got this? Who are you here supporting? I can notice a new livery for Gavsky there. He's got a bit of purple at the rear end of his car. It looks nice. Right, so these guys have... It's trying to choose up tyres for breakfast. It does. So it's going to be really interesting for these guys, because these cars chew up tyres so fast. Let's get the qualifier underway. As we can see, the crowds there starting to return to their seats. The fans are ready for some action. Bet we're on board with Race Lord again. We're on board with Temp. Kayla's on the hard tyres. There's always one. Everyone piling up pits. It's like the start of qualifying in Formula 1. So here comes Temp. Temp coming out just behind Mike. So here we go, Temp out on track. As I said, just behind Mike. Mike coming out there in front of him. Now, where is Gavsky? It's going to be down towards the bottom. There he is. Might be purple on the back of that livery. Bit of a change here for Gavsky. A bit of purple on the rear end of the car. So nice livery design there from Gavsky. I know that Kayla's got the livery he had on in the last race where he did get fastest lap, so well done to Kayla for fastest lap in the last race. Rich there in 8th, got his hazard lights on to let everyone know that there are slow cars ahead. But here's Mario. Mario's leading the pack again. Now his tyre are already starting to wear and he's not even on a push lap. So these guys do get a bit of a longer qualified. So they've got 10 minutes to qualify. So they will have enough time to come in and replenish the tyres and get them switched over. So Mario first one into the first corner. Mario doing a great job there at the moment. And first through sector 1 of 26.678. Getting the car turned in there. So come on everyone, who's your money on the pole? Chuck it up in the chat. Chuck a driver's name in the chat on who you think will take the pole position here for round 5. Could it be this man? Could it be Mario? Could he surprise everyone and get pole position? Will it be Race Lord, who is second in the championship? Will it be Gavsky, leading the championship by 1 point at the moment? Or will Temp make a triumphant comeback and get the pole? We'll watch Mario take out the first lap. So here he comes. He's coming up towards the interesting sector here. Lots of curves, lots of ways to unsettle the car, lots of traction needed. There's lovely little bounce over the curve there for Mario. He's going to round out the first lap. And he does a 1:35.3. Now Race Lord is coming into the pits. He's got rear end damage. Froxy there, but Gavsky takes more. 34.642. Rich there in second. So Rich second on the grid, only just to Mario. Temp there into pole position with a 34.034. Temp absolutely flying and obliterating the fastest lap there. But the interesting thing is we did see Race Lord into the pits with that rear end damage. We've got one more car across the line. There is Froxy down, the winner from last week, and that is D-Locks that's across the line. He's got himself up into P3. Now remember, where the guys do have to use the soft and the hard tyre, they do get a choice of what tyre compound they want to start the race. So they can pick hards or they can pick softs. It's entirely up to them, but you do have to use the other compound during the race. As what's he said, Johnny 4 pole, let's go. So at the moment, there is your man, there is Johnny in 9th. Couple of drivers not setting laps at the moment, Gear Caleb being one of them. Race Lord is out now. Absolutely throwing the car around on the grass. But there's your pole sitter at this moment in time, it is 10th. Mario into the pit, so he's going to change his tyres. So is Gavsky, so is Froxy Dev. Now, is fuel going to be an interesting factor in this race as well? There's Mario, is pit crew doing a great job there, getting his tyres changed. He is out and underway. Getting himself a nice bit of clear gap there as Lini goes up to P3. So he stayed out, he did not pit. Gets himself up to P3. He is a bit jumpy around the track there. Now, Temp is in the pits. Temp is out now. So Temp is 6/10 in the lead. So he is absolutely flying at the moment. Is Temp with that 6/10 gap. Gowski's new livery doing well for him in 2nd. Now these guys are on their outlap. 4 minutes left in the qualifier. Will we see anyone be able to challenge Temp? Gear Kayla. Oh, 100% Chris. 100%. Where's he got? I think he was down. There he is. Let's have a look. So Gear Kayla with Midge Makes sponsor on the side. It looks incredible. Nice simple livery with that logo on the side and on the bonnet as well. So Rich has improved on his fastest lap there, as there's Gavsky getting out of the way. Hard for the drivers to tell who's on an out lap and who's on a fast lap here. Loads of cars driving into the pits. Now here's Gear Kayla coming out for a flyer. Gavsky might pick up a little distant tow here from Gear Kayla. Race Lord has just done a 1 minute 33.912 to set pole position. Is now in the 1 minute 33s. Race Lord has just beaten Temp by over a 10th. Gear Kayla through sector 1 here. Hasn't set a lap time yet, so we'll stay with Gear Kayla and we'll see what time he can get in. Because he might be able to finish this one and get one more flyer in, which will obviously be great for him if he can get another lap in after this one, but he needs to make this one count just in case, because at the moment he is the only driver that has not set a lap. Seems like a good lap at the moment because Gavsky is not closing up too fast behind. Gavsky currently 3rd. Now here we go. This is the difficult bit. This is the tricky sector. As they come on through, Diego seems to have done well there. He's punching it for the line, and he does. A 34.707 gets him up to P6, and that is Race Lord into the pits. So I think that's Race Lord's qualifying over. He's happy with his pole position. Gavsky will get one more flying lap in. Thank you there to Swinnies. You guys did so well in round 1 of the World Endurance Championship. Congratulations to you guys. I won't give too much away because we do have the full video to come out, which hopefully going to get done over the next week. So it might be out next week, hopefully. But yeah, you guys cracking job in your first round. And congratulations to you guys. And cheers for coming along on watching the stream and commentating. Commenting. Sorry, I'm so dosed up on Lemsip tonight. It's criminal. Let's see what Gavski can do. Well, he's just down on his fast lap. Deluxe has gone up to P3, so Gavski really needs to pull out a final sector here. Kayla getting out of his way. He's got no other cars in front. He really needs to fly through the chicane. It's all about nailing these corners. It didn't look great through there. He didn't take a lot of curb. I don't think he's going to improve. He doesn't improve. He's a 10th off. So it is. At the moment, Froxy Dev just pops up there into P7. So Froxy setting a faster lap. Mike gets himself up there to P8. So Mike improving. Temp does it. Temp has just gone and got pole. A 33.658 for Temp. Absolutely flying there. Linear gets himself up to P4, so that's Gavski down to P5. Gavski down in P5. Kayla in P6. Froxy in 7th. Mike in 8th. Rich is down in 9th. Mario 10th. Johnny in 11th. And Ryan there in 12th. But it is this man again. Can he be stopped? It is Temp, who has taken pole position here for round 5. Well, none of you said Temp in the chat. None of you said Temp was going to take pole. So half an hour of action. Who's going to start on what tyre? What strategy would you do if you were racing here? Would you start on the hard or would you start on the soft? I always quite like starting on the hard. Just to try and create chaos behind me and slow people down. Because I always used to think if there was someone on the soft behind you, you can make them use up their tyres a little bit more trying to get past you. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be that. It's going to be interesting. I've got to commentate on it obviously for an hour and a half. So it's going to be a long video. It's probably going to be pushing 2 hours in length, but I definitely think it's going to be worth it. Not the worst qualifier. Anything is possible. Anything is possible here, Irish. I think you're going to get a great slipstream off the start. I think just keep it clean. And I definitely think preserving your tyres is going to be crucial. Because I do think you're going to burn out the softs very quickly. And if I was you, starting where you are, I would 100% start on the hards. If I was you, obviously don't know what you're going to do, what your strategy is, but I would definitely start on the hard tyre. Would be what I would do. But this man, we don't know what he's going to do. Race Lord's in the pits. Deluxe got himself P3. He did a cracking job there. Let's run back down through the order. So, Temp, 2.5 tenths in pole position there. Look at that, it's an NSX field day here. So, Temp in first, second Race Lord, Deluxe will start in third, Lino will start in fourth, Gavski down in fifth, Kayla in sixth, Froxy in seventh. Is this an NSX power track? Mike in 8th. Then we've got Rich down in 9th, Mario in 10th, Johnny in 11th, and Ryano there in 12th. Let's give the guys a ready. Right, come on guys. Who's your money on for the race? 30 minutes of action coming up here at Catalunya for round 5 of the LBRacing GR2 series. Who is your money on? Will it be Temp with absolute blistering pace? Will Race Lord have an answer to that blistering pace? Can Deluxe and Liano keep the championship leader Gavski behind them? Will the previous race winner Froxy bring it through? And there's Watsy as well with a great strategy call. I agree, I would start on the hards. There's softs at the end with low fuel. 100%. I think you make your softs last longer if you didn't have the high fuel load. Let's start the race. And we're going to find out where everyone's starting on strategy-wise. Here we go. For round 5 of the GR2 series. It's Temp on pole again. Race Lord in second. Now, this is interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I can confirm that Temp is on the hard tyre. And Race Lord behind is on the soft. And that is lights out and away we go. Temp leading them out. Immediately get some weaving going on in the background there to warm up the tyres. Race Lord is going to make it early doors. And he does it absolutely, and he overshoots, but makes it get done. That's a Max Verstappen-esque move, but there's Temp still in the lead. Race Lord went for it. The door was open, but Temp is out in the lead. Race Lord now coming back through. Look at this. She's going 3 abreast behind. Whoa! I don't know what happened there. We all say that. It looked like someone went straight on, but it looked like they actually didn't. I think it just might be where Nino is glitching all over the place there in third. So he's down in third. We've got D-Locks there in 4th. Giacela in 5th. Rich is in 6th. Froxy in 7th. Mario in 8th. Johnny in 9th. 10th we have Ryano. 11th is Mike. And Gavsky is down in 12th. So what happened further back? Let's have a look. See if we can see. Was it Gavsky that hadn't... Gavsky coming around the corner? He's on the inside. And yeah, he just... Whoa! He just got pushed off, it looked like there. That probably will be looked at after the race. Let's jump back to the race leader. So Temp still in the lead. We get the lovely glitch coming back where it tells us low fuel level. Right, so let's run down through the tyres this time as well. So Temp is on the hards in first. Race Lord surely got to get the move done here because he's on the softs, and that's Race Lord through and up into P1 for Race Lord. Then we get Briano's on the softs there in third, so will we see a change for position here? He glitches all over the place on that bit. That is a terrible glitch. We'll hope that he doesn't take anyone out with that glitch, but there is some glitching going on there. We got D-Locks is on the hard there in 4th. Johnny in 5th is on the soft. Rich is in 6th, does have front aero damage on the hard as well, so he's got to go really long. If Johnny has made up a few places early on. Gavsky has made his way up to 7th on the soft tyre. He's driving so angry. I can hear him now. He will be literally breathing so loud. It will be... See, he's now up to 6th. Rich dropping down to 7th with that front aero damage. That's not going to be helping him down the straight. Froxy in 8th on the hards. Ryano on the softs. So he didn't take our advice to start on the hards. Mario on the hards in 10th. Mike is in 11th. He's on the hards. He's got front aero damage as well. So he's not going to want to pit. He's got to live with that aero damage. And Giacela has a rear wheel damage on the hards as well, so that's going to be feeling terrible for Giacela. But it is Race Lord in the lead. He's got 2 second gap. He needs to absolutely push it now and create as much of a gap as possible. He's over Nino in second, who's got past Temp, so Temp dropping down to third. So there is Temp in third place. D-Locks there in 4th, doing a great job on the hards, but there's a charging skip. He's already up to P5. He was last at the end of lap 1. He's now up to 5th. Will we see him get himself up to 4th? Look at the speed difference. And that's him getting the move done. And up to 4th for Gavsky. He's absolutely flying out on track. Next car up the road, 10th, 3.3 seconds in front. So D-Locks on a great race there, 5th on the hards. Got a hold of Johnny now. The charging Johnny is coming on the softs. So I think we will see in the next couple of minutes, we will see Johnny right on the back of D-Locks. Rich there with the front aero damage. Got Rayano for company now trying to break the toe. Don't think he's going to be able to do much here with that front aero damage, apart from tucking behind and try and get a bit of speed. So Rich now moving down to 8th. Mario in 9th on the hard tyre, surviving his time here. Doesn't have any damage or anything. Foxy Dev in 10th on the hard as well. Mike in 11th, still has that front aero damage, but it's close behind them. He's got to live with that until he comes into the pits. And there is Gear Kayla as well, with a little bit of damage, but still within touching distance. Racelord only 1.9 seconds in the lead. He's got to make these tyres last another couple of laps if he can. He's got the fastest lap of the race at the moment at 1:34.373. But temp has not been on the hard tyre yet. Let's have a look where Gavsky is. So Gavsky is still about 3 seconds behind temp. I think the best of the tyres is gone from Gavsky now. So I think we're probably going to see him in the 36, maybe a high 35, low 36 here for Gavsky. Doesn't seem to be making up too much time now. Yeah, there we go, mid 35, whereas temp on the hards is doing high 35s. So there's not much difference between the two compounds at this stage of the race now. As I said, we are on lap 5 now. The hards are wearing, but nowhere near as much as what, say, Racelord's tyres are in front. It's going to be interesting whether we will see front runners coming in on this lap, or whether they will go for one more lap. Definitely going to be interesting to see if who, what, when, where and why people are going to pick. As he kicked up a nice bit of dust. He's only 1.4 in front. Now does Lino have better tyres? Lino going really wide there, but that looks like a glitch. Temp is only 3 seconds behind on the hards. Gavsky now 3.5 seconds. I think we're going to see people coming into the pits on this lap. Gavsky's tyres are shot to pieces. Now, he looks on the hard, so he's looking pretty in this one. 6th is Johnny. His softs are shot to pieces, so surely we're going to see him in the pits. So Racelord has carried on now. He might have enough tyre to do another lap. Lino carries on. Gavsky in the pits. So Gavsky has come in. Johnny's coming in as well, and so is Ryano. So this is going to bump up. Mario is going to be up to there's Gavsky dropping down some positions. Mario is up to 6th position for Mario, and he's hunting down Rich in front. Rich with the aero damage. Mario bringing Froxy along to the party as well. Mario looking pretty on the hard tyre. Now, Kayla still out on track on the hards. Gavsky out and on the hards. 32 seconds off Racelord. Now, it's going to be interesting because Gavsky obviously picking a lap earlier than Racelord, so will we see Gavsky back a bit of time here? Probably gone a little bit earlier than we would have wanted. Maybe we would have always. We see Lianu going up to P1. Let's go back there and see if we can capture what happened there. As yeah, he just goes past him. With the as Racelord went straight on. So Racelord went straight on at the chicane. Just got no tyres left, it looks like. So Racelord in the pits. Nino's staying out on the soft tyre. So he could have a great stretch here. That's put Temp back up into second on the hards. D-Lock's now up to third. Racelord is just pulling into his pit box now. Does have a sliver, the tiniest little sliver of tyre left. And he's out and on the hards, and he's going to come out. And where is Gavsky? Gavsky is there, so not close enough to Racelord. So Gavsky is out now in 10th still. Racelord out in P9. Only 26 seconds off the race leader. So doing a cracking job there. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you do want to drop the stream a tip, the link is in the comments. All tips go back to the community, and they fund things like trophies and other things for the drivers, and they are much appreciated. There is Gavsky in 10th. We can see Racelord, so he's not too far behind, so he's doing a great recovery job here. Is Gavsky. Rano there in 11th and Johnny in 12th, but these guys have pitted and brought out the hard tyre. Now Temp is obviously staying out for another lap because he's on hard tyre. As we've got 18.5 minutes remaining in this race, and we will see D-Locks of it move up here as well, because here comes Linio into the pits. He's at absolutely no time at all. So time for him to get the tyre change and out and underway. Now where is everyone else piling on through? Will we see Racelord get through? I don't think we're going to. There is Racelord, so no, Linio is out in front, so going the extra lap. Has worked out in his favour, so Racelord still in P9. Gear Kayla having a great job there in 7th with the rear end damage. Now does have Linio behind now, so if he can hold him up. Is he going to hold him up? Is he going to let him go? They do both race for racing rivals. Will we see a bit of strategy call here? Will he let him go and then hold up Racelord behind? This could be interesting. Another driver that's having an absolutely cracking race so far is Mario, up to P5 now. Still on the hard tyre. And I think we're going to see him on the hard tyre until about 10 minutes left in the race. Right on the back of Froxy. Rich is doing a great job. Bear in mind, he's got front aero damage. Being P3 at this point, he's having a great race as well. And that's got to be hindering him down the straight. He's got to be struggling for straight line speed. He's got to be struggling for straight line speed, but he's still holding on here. So, Temp in the lead. He's got a 10-second lead now. Over D-Locks in second. Another one with a great strategy call starting on the hards. He does like to start on the hards. Rich with his front aero issues. Holding on here. Does have Froxy and Mario. We do get further back. A bit of a change of position a little there. Kayla still holding up. Linio and Mike as Mike gets himself up a position there. And this is bringing Racelord into play with these guys. So Racelord looking around behind. Racelord going for the position. Oh, Racelord hitting into the back of Linio. That will be a penalty, because he did not give the position back. He needs to get that position back. Otherwise, he will be slapped with a penalty for that. So Racelord getting himself up into 7th, but that will be looked at. Mike there in 8th has the front aero damage. He's going to struggle down the straight here against the NSX. And there's the NSX getting on up there. Gavsky in 10th, only 4 seconds behind, has pitted, and the others in front haven't, apart from Racelord. And then Plano there in 11th with Johnny there. Johnny's got a half-second penalty to serve. In 12th at the moment, fast lap on the race does go to Racelord at the moment, still without 1 minute 34.373. Remember, in both the races, the fastest lap is worth an extra point. So our man in the lead at the moment is 10th. Ooh, lovely little drift there to show off. Almost a 12-second gap now. He's going to be thinking of pitting, probably not in the next lap or the lap after. Probably the lap after that, I reckon. Great pace. Oh, no, he's coming already. Absolutely. Like, no, I'm going to do my own race. You don't tell me when to pit. He's in 33% fuel. Fuel should be alright. As Deluxe stays on out. Will take the lead of the race now down the start finish straight. And then we'll move into first. So he gets himself up a position there, and Rich as well. Will get out in front of Temp? There goes Rich. Here comes Temp. Temp just coming out of in front of Froxy. Froxy hasn't pitted yet. But up to before, Froxy having another cracking race. Mario not pitted yet in 5th. Gear Kayla still not pitted yet in 6th. And with that rear wheel damage, doing an absolutely great job. Racelord in 7th. With Linio there in 8th. Now these two are going to be battling out. They have both pitted. They're both on pretty new hard tyres. Mike there in 9th, hanging on with the front aero damage. Will we see Mike coming into the pit shortly? And here comes Gavsky. Gavsky not too far behind now between Racelord and Linio. And we've got Ryano there in 11th. Now he has pitted, and so has Johnny. So we will see these guys potentially joining back on to the back of the pack that's in front of the people that haven't pitted. Now, are we going to see Deluxe coming in to the pits? Or is he going to stay out for another time round? Staying out for another time round, so he will lead a lap. "12 minutes remaining in the race. As we see Rich coming into the pits. So he's going to drop down the order now, get rid of the hard tyres and get himself on those softs for the last 11.5 minutes. But at the moment, it's the Honda NSX of Deluxe that's leading the race. Yet to pit. Does have an 8.5 second lead over 10. Temp is slowly bringing that gap down. He is obviously on the softs now. And then it's Froxy in 3rd. Now look at the group of cars behind Froxy. Gear Kayla yet to pit, but has got himself up to 4th. Mario dropping down to 5th, yet to pit. Racelord is in 6th, which is really de facto 2nd place, because he has pitted. Linio in 7th as well, and then 8th has pitted as well, which is Gavsky, 2.7 seconds off. You can see the back of this Fattle as well. Has got past Mike, who's dropped down to 9th. Now, will we see D-Locks coming into the bits this time round? Surely he's got a thing about pin. He's got just 10 minutes left of the race. Ooh. Thought about it. Thought about not pitting. Now, here comes Temp. He will retake the lead of the race. So that's Temp up to first. That means GR2 has taken the lead of the race, and Mario is staying out as well with GR2. Race Lord down in 4th. And there is Lenio getting past Race Lord. Race Lord ran wide in the first corner. And there was that Race Lord running wide back there as well. There's a change for position. That's a change on the podium. What we think from the drivers that haven't pitted yet. Gavsky now has got himself up to 6th. Started the race in 5th, then went down to last. So anything to get himself up higher than 5th would be an extreme achievement. D-Locks 3-second penalty. Did think he dipped a wheel when he came into the pits. That's potentially going to bring him further back into Rich's clutches. Rich repairing the damage. Foxy Deb obviously came into the pits. Has got fresh softs on. Ryano there and not pitted yet. Mike has pitted and got the softs on. So we'll see all of these drivers moving up to some positions, we reckon, when the last few drivers are yet to pit. And Johnny's still got the hards on. Now Temp, 13 seconds in the lead. Look, there's no one even on the start finish rate compared to him. Everyone else getting nice and close behind. GR2 coming into the pits. Mario coming into the pits. Race Lord moving up to 3rd. Gavsky up to P4. So this is the battle for the podium. That's 2nd, 3rd and 4th. And then D-Locks in the background. Audrey Circus penalty. Now, where will we see the likes of Mario coming out? He's just hit his pit box now. They're dropping down the order as they get the pit stop underway and done. GR2 will come out in 8th. So he's got himself out in 8th. Mario's got himself out in 9th. Now they have managed to clear Ryano, who's in 10th. So Temp has got an astronomical gap. Yeah, D-Locks did come in hot. Well, he came in hot and sideways. I think it's just his rear wheel that crossed the line. Temp, 15 seconds in the lead of this race. Ryano there on the hards. Race Lord there in 3rd, but with Gavsky. Oh, Gavsky, can he recover to the podium? If he can recover to the podium, that would be one extreme recovery drive for Gavsky. D-Locks on the soft, so he's going to be hunting the group in front down. Can he get himself on the podium? Rich also hunting the lot of them down. He's on the softs as well. Got Foxy Deb for company behind as well. Foxy on fresher softs. Foxy hunting a lot of people down as well here. Race winner from last time out at Spa. Now, GR2 has got himself a nice little gap now. So what's happened to Mario? Because Ryano's in front of Mario. Mario potentially has dropped it somewhere. Mario will get himself back up to P9 here as we do get a drag race. Love this camera angle. And that's the Lexus getting past the Nissan and getting up the position. So Mario recovering back up to P9. Ryano in 10th, hasn't pitted yet. 6 minutes left. If he doesn't pit, he will get a big slap on penalty. Mike in 11th, just behind. And Johnny there in 12th. yet to pit as well. Temp 13 seconds in the lead. Are the soft tyres starting to wear off here for Temp? Now we do have Lino in second. He's got a nice 2.5 second lead over Racelord, who's got Gavsky all over the back. So it looks like the change for the podium spot is going to be here between Racelord and Gavsky. First and second in the championship, only separated by a point coming into this race. There's more than a point on offer between first and second. Temp does have the fastest lap. He's on a 1:33.657. So now taking that fastest lap point off of Racelord. Now it's going to be interesting to see because Gavsky there in fourth only has 3.7 second lead over D-Locks. There's 2, maybe 3 laps left in this race. Will we see a change for the podium? Will it be D-Locks that's going to bring that change to the podium? D-Locks here absolutely hammering the car around, getting the gap down. It's heading closer and closer to 3 seconds. Ideally, he needs to take about a second and a half out of these guys per lap for the last couple of laps. Rich there in 6th, still in front of Foxy Dev. Foxy Dev has so much more tyre left than Rich. Will Rich's tyres run out? Foxy in 7th. A lot more tyre than Rich. You can see it through these slow corners. Rich just struggling for front end grip. Foxy running a little bit wider. Will that be a penalty on that last curve? Or has Foxy got away with the track limits? Right. Foxy has. And now off down the straight. Within a second now of Rich. Giacala, half second penalty for Giacala. And we get Mike in, we've got Mario in 9th, Mike in 10th. Has Rayano pitted yet? Rayano's still not pitted. If he doesn't pit, he's getting a penalty. They will get a penalty, him and Johnny, if they haven't pitted, unless I'm mistaken, unless I missed their pit stop earlier on, which apologies if I have. I think Johnny did pit. I can't remember if Rayano did. Interesting. If they haven't, it's going to be a bold strategy. A bold strategy that will carry a penalty. Temp here in first. 11 seconds in the lead still. You're going to get 2 more laps in. Is Temp. Lino there in second up, attacking race. We'll definitely get 2 laps in as well. We've got Racelord in third. Now he's only 7 tenths in front of Gavsky. Gavsky getting a great drive off that corner. Let's go on board with. Actually, not with Racelord. Let's go on board with. Here it is from Gavsky's point of view. Throw in the car. Look at the speed that these GR2s. This is on hard tyres as well. Gavsky just getting a power down. He's still within a second of Racelord. Racelord seems to be getting really good entry speed into the corner. Gavsky seems to be getting better exit speed. Dip of the wheel there from Racelord in front. Gavsky still just for the second. We're just outside a second now. And here's Temp coming round to start what will be his final lap. Still got enough soft tyre to make it last, as long as he doesn't do anything silly. Looks like this will be Temp's race. Rano there in second. Loads of tyre left, so some hards. Race Lord in third. 1 second in front of Gavsky, who's in fourth. D-Lock's now only 1.6 seconds off of, and he's got hardly any tyre left. So we could see the tyre completely going here for D-Locks. This is going to be interesting. See, in sixth has loads of front tyre left. Well, I say loads, but enough to probably do a lap on the soft. Rich in seventh. Gavsky. Kayla in 8th, Mario in 9th, hardly any tyre left for Mario. Mike in 10th, now it will be crossing the line to take 11th, will be Rayano. Rayano crosses the line in 11th, now did he do a pit stop? This is going to be interesting. Johnny's going to cross the line, so Rayano did do a pit stop, so no change of position there. So Rayano in 11th, Johnny in 12th. 10th is absolute miles out in front. Let's see if we can see any battles further back, because it was Gavsky and Race Lord. It's within a second. He's going to get a slipstream here. Will it be enough? He's dropping further back. Let's go on board with Temp, because Temp is going to take the win here. After 19 laps of Catalunya, Temp round the last corner. And that is Temp taking the race win and making it a perfect double here tonight in the 296 series. And the GR2 is going to be Nino taking second. Great looking race there, taking second. Race Lord will hold on to the final podium spot over Gavsky in fourth. Great race from Gavsky. Good recovery drive from him. Deluxe does manage to hold off a charging Foxy Dev in sixth. Kayla crosses the line and takes 7th. Rich will take 8th, so no front tyres at all. Mike will take 9th. And Mario with no front tyre left again, taking 10th. But there's your race winner tonight. It goes to Temp. So Temp absolutely, again, pole position, clean race, fastest lap. So replay quickly. So let's look at those race results. So Temp, race win and the fastest lap by over a second almost. To Lino in second, a great job there. Race Lord in third. Gavsky, what a recovery drive from Gavsky. He was last at one point, getting himself back up to fourth. Deluxe in fifth. Foxy Dev in sixth. Kayla 7th. Rich in 8th. Mike taking 9th. Mario in 10th. Then Rayano in 11th. And 12th going to Johnny. Let's have a look at the chat on here. So, great consistency from Gavsky. What's he at? To go from last all the way back up to 4th. Cracking job there from Gavsky. Irish lad, happy that's over. Yeah, I didn't know if you pitted. So, I was a bit confused. I didn't know if you'd pitted or not. We got John Jones there. Couldn't find the grip on the hard tyre at all. Yeah, it did look the hard tyre. The lap difference wasn't massive between the hard and the soft. Not as big as what we've seen it before over previous rounds. So that was definitely interesting. Yeah, Irish Lion as well saying, yeah, same here. Couldn't find any grip on the hard tyre. Well done, Temp, says Rich. Yeah, well done to you as well, Rich. But yeah, Temp, well done. Absolute double, fastest lap as well in both, and the race win in both. So an absolute cracking job from him tonight. But cheers everyone for tuning in and watching. Almost great racing. Thank you all again from Temp. Mate, you did a cracking job. You've got to be proud of that tonight, Temp. Absolutely flying. Thanks everyone. Who did I hit? Oh, I don't know. Did you hit someone? I didn't see it on stream. What's he saying? Well done, John. Great effort. Definitely pitted. Just didn't like this track. I didn't see you pit earlier on, so I was a bit like, oh, is he just doing the whole race on hards? Because I was thinking, Irish, did you get your pit strategy from Rich? Just not changing the tyre compound? Sorry, Rich, had to get it in there somewhere. There's a little preview for what's to come in the World Endurance Series that will come out. Rich said he had nowhere to go. I don't think it really affects it. I've got to get in the game chat. Gavsky saying that we know Lino was glitching all over the place, so we will try and get that sorted for the next race. Because, yeah, it was definitely viewable on screen. But as I said, cheers everyone for tuning in and watching. We'll be back next week for another one, and we will have some interesting and exciting news to bring you on next week's stream. It will probably come out on the Discord before then, but we'll bring you some great news next week. So thank you so much everyone for tuning in and watching tonight. My voice is absolutely gone now, but cheers everyone for watching, and I will catch you next week when we are back for round 6. Catch you then everyone.